Once upon a time, in a land far away, there was a belief that elephants and dogs could never be friends. You see, elephants had never been fond of dogs, and dogs, in turn, were quite afraid of these large creatures. When dogs encountered something bigger than themselves, they often reacted by barking loudly, trying to mask their fear. However, this only annoyed the elephants, who had little patience for such behavior. Even if a dog remained quiet and still, any nearby elephant would instinctively go after it. So, it was commonly accepted that elephants and dogs were natural enemies, much like lions and tigers or cats and mice. In this distant land, there lived a royal bull elephant, well-fed and cared for, in a shed. Near this shed, a scrawny, malnourished stray dog roamed. The dog was drawn to the sweet aroma of the rich rice given to the royal elephant, and he began sneaking into the shed to enjoy the delectable rice that fell from the elephant's mouth. The dog grew to love this food so much that he refused to eat anywhere else. The mighty elephant, engrossed in his own meals, didn't notice the small, timid stray dog at first. As the dog continued eating beside him, he gradually grew larger and stronger, transforming into a handsome-looking canine. The friendly elephant eventually took notice of him. Since the dog had grown accustomed to the elephant's presence and was no longer afraid, he didn't bark in annoyance. The elephant, too, grew more comfortable with his unexpected companion. Over time, they became closer and closer. They reached a point where they wouldn't eat without each other and enjoyed spending their days together. When they played, the dog would playfully grasp the elephant's hefty trunk, and the elephant would swing him in all directions, forward and backward, side to side, up and down, and even in circles. Their bond grew so strong that they never wanted to be apart. Then, one fateful day, a man from a distant village visited the city and happened upon the elephant shed. He saw the now healthy and handsome dog and decided to buy him from the mahout, even though he didn't truly own the dog. The man took the dog back to his village without anyone knowing where he had gone. The royal bull elephant, left without his dear friend, grew inconsolably sad. He lost his appetite, refused to drink or bathe, and was utterly despondent. Concerned, the mahout reported this to the king, though he didn't mention the dog's sale. Fortuitously, the king had a wise minister, renowned for his understanding of animals. The king sent him to investigate the elephant's condition. The minister, upon observing the elephant, sensed that the elephant wasn't physically ill, but was rather grieving the loss of a close friend. He questioned the attendants and guards, who shared the tale of the royal elephant and the stray dog's extraordinary friendship. The minister asked what had become of the stray dog, and they informed him that an unknown man had taken him away, and his whereabouts were now unknown. The minister returned to the king and explained that the elephant was not sick, but experiencing deep sadness due to the loss of his friend. The king acknowledged that friendship was a precious thing and asked how they could reunite his elephant with his canine companion. The wise minister suggested making an official announcement, offering a reward for the return of the dog. This was promptly done, and when the villager heard of the reward, he released the dog from his house. The dog, overjoyed, ran as fast as his legs could carry him back to his best friend, the royal bull elephant. The elephant, equally thrilled, lifted his dear friend with his trunk and placed him atop his head. The ecstatic dog wagged his tail, while the elephant's eyes gleamed with delight. From then on, they lived happily ever after. Meanwhile, the king was delighted by his elephant's recovery and impressed by the minister's remarkable insight into the elephant's emotions. He rewarded the minister generously. This story teaches us that even natural enemies can become the best of friends if we take the time to understand one another and build relationships. So, cherish your friendships and strive to reconcile with your enemies. For, as this story demonstrates, anything is possible when hearts open to understanding and friendship. This is the inspiring tale that reminds us of the beauty of unexpected connections and the power of friendship. Thank you for watching, and may you always be blessed. This is Inspira Motivation Stories. If you are new, please comment below and subscribe the channel